and stories abound in the state system, ATN's appetite for in-depth, unbiased and factual reportage is a driving principle for this program in order to bring government and public service reports to the doorstep of the people. Let's go through the headlines of today's report. Rivers crisis, Tinubu declares state of emergency, appoints Ibas. Edo State, Okpebolo to probe Obaseki's $10 million expenditure. In Ebonyi State, Governor suspends 3 commissioners over absenteeism. In Presidency, Shatima urges National Assembly to show partisanship. On National Assembly, Senate denies Akpabio intimidating Natasha. Still, on National Assembly, Reps urge Son to investigate fake building materials. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we go straight to the details. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now we'll dive into the details for today. President Bola Tinubu has named a former Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Iboket Ibas, an administrator for Rivers State. The appointment was made after the President declared a state of emergency in the state and suspended. Tinubu made the declaration on Tuesday during a national broadcast. By this declaration, the Governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similai Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected. Still in Rivers State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of 2 persons in connection with the explosion that rocked the Shell Petroleum Development Company operated by Trans-Niger Delta Pipeline. This has come in after the incident occurred Monday night till Tuesday morning at the border of the O and Bodo communities in Gokana local government area of the state. Confirming the incident, the police public relations officer of the command, SP Grace Irenge Koko, said in a statement that a thorough investigation to determine the cause of the explosion, which resulted in an inferno, has commenced to uncover any potential act of sabotage, adding that command remains committed to ensuring that perpetrators of criminal activities are identified and brought to justice. The police urge residents to remain calm and vigilant, assuring them of our unwavering commitment to protecting lives and property, stressing that the command will not relent in its efforts to rid the state of criminal elements and maintain peace and safety for all. Moving on, President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday evening declared a state of emergency in Rivers State in a nationwide broadcast. Citing the need to restore law and order, Tinubu announced the suspension of Governor Similai Fubara and his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the House of Assembly of Rivers State for an initial 6 months. Tinubu announced the nomination of retired Vice Admiral Iboket Ibas as the Rivers State Administrator to steer the affairs of the state. A few hours after the declaration, soldiers took over the Rivers Government House in Port Harcourt, the state, to overlooking the road. Our correspondent who visited the government house along Azikiwe Road in Port Harcourt at about 9 p.m. observed several sports utility vehicles outside the main gate with full lights on. It could not be ascertained if the governor was about to leave the government house. In Edo State, Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo on Tuesday hinted at plans to investigate the reported expenditure of $10 million by his predecessor, Godwin Obaseki, on the state-owned newspaper. The Nigerian Observer officials of his administration to inspect the facilities. However, the governor and his team were surprised to find they could not access the buildings where the machines purportedly purchased by the previous administration were meant to, and revamping the state-owned media house. The former governor claimed to have spent $10 million to revamp the newspaper house just before the elections. However, everywhere was locked and there was nothing inside. I couldn't even find a cleaner, or those who met on site were not actual employers spent on revamping the Observer newspaper. As the governor, I'm here to provide them with answers, which is why the visit was necessary. Weeks. The statement read that on 16 Abwede Police Division alongside vigilante personnel were on stop and search in Avil along Abumere by power line, intercepted and arrested 3 suspects: Jamilu Idris, Usman Shaibu, and Yahuza Usman. 1 English-made Beretta pistol, 1 dagger, and an Infinix phone were recovered from the suspects, and a pack of cigarettes. In Akwa Ibom State, Commissioner of Police Baba Azare has ordered a full-scale investigation into allegations in a local government area. A statement by the Command's Public Relations Officer, DSP Tim Fon John, on Tuesday said the directive followed a meeting between the police commissioner and the leadership of the Students' Union on Monday. This is coming after the students had earlier staged a protest at the institution's main gate, decrying what they described as rise in insecurity and harassment by security. Major disaster was averted in Sokoto on Tuesday. Premium motor spirit fell at Danman filling station in Gagi, Sokoto South local government area, spilling fuel onto the road. Operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Sokoto State Command, swiftly intervened, preventing possible fire outbreak. The officers condoned off the area, restricted movement, and stopped unauthorized individuals from scooping the highly flammable liquid. Speaking at the scene, Sokoto State NSCDC Commandant UI Alfadarai, represented by his Deputy Commandant Florence Awosan, assured residents that necessary measures were in place to continue the situation. Our priority is the safety of lives and property. We have deployed adequate personnel to manage the situation and prevent any possible explosion, she stated. Firefighters and energy responders worked alongside NSCDC officers to neutralize potential hazards. By midday, the remaining fuel was safely evacuated and the tanker was removed. Officers remained on site for surveillance to ensure safety. Residents of Gagi commended the NSCDC for their swift response, emphasizing the importance of proactive security measures in preventing disasters. The NSCDC urged the public to remain vigilant and law-abiding, reaffirming its commitment to public safety. In Kaduna State, chapter of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria has dismissed allegations by former Governor Nasser El-Rufai that Governor Uba Sani diverted local government funds to acquire properties abroad. Algon, through its spokesman Alhaji Muhammad Shehu, described El-Rufai's claims as false, patently absurd, and ill-intentioned, aimed at misleading the public and discrediting the current administration. The allegations are meant to misoriented administration in Kaduna State, Shehu said. Also, the State House of Assembly threatened legal action against El-Rufai over his recent comments describing lawmakers as stark illiterates and questioning the capacity to probe his administration. He remained indicted unless he successfully challenged the findings in the court. El-Rufai, who recently defected to the Social Democratic Party, also faced criticism from the state chapter of the All Progressive Congress. The APC dismissed his defection as a non-event, arguing that it signified his political decline rather than a threat to the party. The political tension in Kaduna continued to intensify as El-Rufai, following his defection to the SDP, continues to stir controversy in the state. In a recent interview on Freedom Radio Kaduna, El-Rufai alleged that the diverted local government funds to purchase properties in Seychelles, South Africa, and the United Kingdom. As I speak, no local government in Kaduna receives more than 50 million naira. They use it to buy properties in Seychelles, South Africa, London, and other places. El Rufai alleged, but Shehu, while addressing newsmen in Kaduna on Tuesday, noted that the Sani financial autonomy of local governments. Transparency and accountability are its watchword. It supports and respects the financial autonomy of local government. It has never tampered with the funds of the local government, he said. Shehu added that the administration had been working to revitalize rural economies, create jobs, and restore security and peace. Governor Obasanjo's administration's rural transformation program has been pivotal in revitalizing rural economies and giving rural dwellers a new lease of life, Shehu added. In a survey to gauge the state's economic performance, Governor Diko Rada announced this in Katsina on Tuesday at the opening of a 5-day training for the project's enumerators, supervisors, and other stakeholders. Rather, represented by the Permanent Secretary, State Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Ibrahim Muazu Safana, said that the success of the state GDP. The governor said he reiterated that the computed state GDP that will be produced at the end of the activities will be used in making informed fiscal reforms and evidence-based development plans. On FCT, Senate President Godswill Akpabio paid President Godswill Akpabio said to the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike in his residence today. Still on FCT, Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike has redirected the Federal Capital Development The meeting followed the demolition exercise supervised by the minister to clear structures obstructing the construction of arterial road N16 linking the community with the Katampe district.
Everybody will like it. It's not. So, I have to preach. Let them get money. Let them do well what I've said. You got to. So, it's when you know civil science and bureaucracy, not government. You know I need government. I'm a politician. I want the thing to be done now. You know, civil science, oh, you know how to do it. And there are people. You should be able to do it. I know the history. I know what, coming from the city, I know the education. Sometimes they watch it. Should we that? Should we call white people call from the city? This is like the kind of frequent to this case. Those whites are not about to sacrifice. So, I'm sorry for whatever you take that. Like, we didn't do anything to suffer anybody. But we did it for the interest of.
Most of the places that was last time you visited the community sometimes ago, that you stayed at the primary school. When you asked which place is left empty, you said okay, they should. We said there are some areas that they did demolition sometimes ago. They now gave a directive that the FCD should do something about it to work those land and make sure the affected people are being given the place. Of recent, the places you mentioned, the places we pointed out are not the ones they are giving us. Rather, they are taking us to some swamping areas and some river side, which we looked at it. Okay. Yes, sir.
Is that what you do?
They are owned by 50, 20 people, so for them to take it from them, it will be difficult for them. So they are looking for the one that has minor people that at least even though they take it to court, they can be able to do something about it. We now say, okay, if this road is for the public interest has affected our community, then we as a community, we are more than those people. Why can't you take their own and give to us since our own case is public interest? Since our own case is public interest.
Society and political interviews, products, service, promotion, and commercials. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok at Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X at Atlantic TV Net. You can watch us live on our website at www.atlanticnetwork.tv. We will be back after this break.